NotebookLM and Google Gemini just released a bunch of brand new upgrades that change everything, because now on NotebookLM you could create short form content, and in Google Gemini you could connect it to any MCP server. But those are only two changes. There are so many more that we need to get into, so let's dive right into them. Okay, so the first change that we need to discuss is now from inside of NotebookLM, you're going to be able to create short form content, and there are so many different ways that you could actually do this. For example, if we come over here, we now click on video overview, we're going to see the ability to create short form content right here, and we could get this to focus on whatever we want. For example, if we wanted to focus on smart asset investing, because the things that I actually have added in here are about how to make money when you're buying cars, we could click on generate, and this will go through and generate this. In addition to that, if we come back over here, we could click again and we could create something else. For example, perfect car aesthetics. Then we could click on generate right here. And if we click on video overview again, we could come over here and look at how easy it is to generate all these different shorts. And we could say something like top 5 cars to invest in 2026, we could click on generate. Now what this is going to go through and do is this is going to generate all of these different short form videos. Now, if you are going to do something that's custom, so if you're inside of here and you're going to use a custom topic, you want to make sure that you are specific as humanly possible when you go to actually do that. Otherwise, you are going to get something that's very broad, very general, and might not hit the mark in terms of what you actually expected. And another thing that is really unique and really cool here is if we actually come over here, instead of selecting all, we only select one. And let's say that this is a long form video right here that we are selecting, like this one. You could actually now cut this up into a bunch of short form pieces of content, and you could do this as a hack for free from inside of NotebookLM. This is a huge update for content creators. This is a huge update for businesses that want to be able to generate content. And this is also a huge update, quite frankly, just for anybody that wants to make short form content. And I'm really surprised that they released this. Okay, so now that these are actually beginning to be done right here, I did want you to note that it did take a few minutes for these to generate, around 2 to 3 minutes. We could see that the first one is 1 minute and 16 seconds right here. And I'm not sure if it took longer to generate because I was generating so many of them at once. But now we could actually click into this and we could see exactly what this looks like. We could see that we could download it, we could share it, we could also delete it from right here. In addition to that, we could view the prompt and we can actually view the sources right here. And if we wanted to, we could go through and we could adjust these by just clicking on iterate right here. And this is one of the other features that NotebookLM has recently updated, but I'm going to actually go through this and show you what this looks like now.
The smartest investments for 2026 aren't on Wall Street. They're parked in high-end garages. First up, the untouched JDM unicorn.
Now, in addition to that NotebookLM change, if you also come into flashcards here, you are now going to be able to customize this. In the past, you weren't actually able to customize it, but now you could change these to look however you want. So you could choose how many cards you actually want to show, if you want fewer, if you want standard, if you want more. You could choose the level of difficulty right here between easy, medium, and hard. In addition to that, you could actually choose what topic you want to talk about from inside of these. And then like I was showing you before, now with everything that you generate inside of NotebookLM, for example, let's say this one right here, you'll be able to click into the prompt, you'll be able to click into the source, you could copy this, and if you click on iterate, this actually automatically puts the prompt in there, puts the settings that you use in there, and then you will actually be able to change these, you will be able to adjust these, and this is a much needed change that NotebookLM now has. Now, the next update I did want to show you is if we now come into Spark inside of Gemini, what you're going to notice is if we click on connected apps, you are now able to connect this, if you scroll down, to custom apps, which is incredibly useful. Essentially what this means is you can now add custom apps via MCP. And what this is going to allow you to do is now connect Gemini to anything that has an MCP server. It's going to allow you to actually use these things inside of here, and this makes this way more powerful. For example, let's say that I wanted to be able to connect my Gemini to thousands of different apps. My favorite way to do that is actually using Zapier right here, because if we come over here and click on new MCP server, what we could actually do is we could create a custom MCP server by clicking on other right here. What this is then going to do is actually create that server. We could click on add tools. We could add in all these different apps. And if we come over here and click on connect, it'll give us the instructions to actually connect this. So then we simply just come over here, we paste this in here. In addition to that, it did give us a token that I'm not going to show you on the screen because they're unique for everybody. But what we're going to do from here, so we're simply just going to click on next. We could come over into advanced settings and we could set this up if we need to, but otherwise this will now connect to more than 9,000 different apps through Zapier. And you can connect this to any MCP server that you want, so long as you have that custom link, you have the client ID, the client secret, and you're able to connect to anything. Now, before I get into the rest of those changes, if you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest changes in AI, I upload videos like this almost every single day, and you're not going to want to miss them, so smash that subscribe button to stay up to date. Now, the next Gemini update that we need to talk about is you can now get it to monitor and react to the web in real time. So we can see right here, we're also giving Spark the ability to be able to monitor topics across news, finance, sports, local events, and more, and then schedule tasks and actually run in response to specific events. For example, we could come over here and we could say something like this: whenever a food pop-up is announced in my city, email me the details and suggest time on my calendar in order to actually check it out. We could see that this then goes through, this sets up the email alert, and it says, I have set up a search-based schedule to monitor and notify you of new pop-ups. This is what this actually does. So we could see that we have a title, we have a trigger condition, we have an action plan, and then this actually goes through and does this. If you wanted to set this up for yourself, you would simply just come over here and you would click on schedules, you would click on create with Gemini, and then you could tell it exactly what you actually want to do. And we could see right here, it says, let's get started. I could run recurring tasks or react to specific updates across your Gmail, your calendar, your Drive, and the web. What would you like me to schedule? And then you literally go through and you can do whatever you want. For example, you could get this to send you a news digest every morning, or you could get it to draft a reply whenever a specific person emails, and the opportunities here are endless. And guess what? When you hook up things on the MCP, it's only going to give it more capabilities, it's only going to give it more access, and finally, it begins to feel like Gemini is going to begin catching up to Claude and catching up to ChatGPT, because for the longest time, they didn't have MCP enabled. In addition to that, another update is that Spark is now coming to your Gemini app. So if you're using the Gemini desktop app, you are now going to be able to use Spark inside of it. Now, I personally don't actually have it enabled yet. I checked all my different Gemini accounts, but that is beginning to get rolled out as of today. So this is something that you might see coming in the future. Now, another thing I need to make sure that you're doing is you are setting up skills. If you're doing anything inside of Gemini with connected apps, with schedules, with Spark in general, you want to make sure that you have these skills set up, because what skills allow you to do is create custom reusable instructions for helpful responses. Gemini is going to use these relevant skills automatically, or you could apply them simply by typing in /. For example, if we type in /, it will then bring up all of your different skills right here. And we could see right here that what this is actually going through and doing is suggesting a bunch of different things that we could do. And you can also filter all the different things that you have Spark doing for you by recent, by scheduled, by needs input, by progress, by completed. So basically, this is going to be your dashboard right here. And in addition to them rolling out Spark on your Gemini desktop app now, you are also going to be able to get access to it from your phone. So they're rolling out similar to what Claude has, similar to what ChatGPT has, where you are going to be able to control essentially your computer that lives in the cloud, that has connected to all your different apps, that can automate anything that you want. In addition to that, another update that they released is now if we come over here and let's say that we go to generate an image right here, if you have Flash enabled, you are actually going to be using a different model. So if you use Flash Lite, if you use Flash, if you use Pro, this is all going to use a different Gemini model. So you want to make sure that whenever you're creating an image that you are actually choosing the right model, because if you choose the wrong model, it might be why the edits are messed up. It might be why the quality looks lower. It might be why it seems like it takes forever to actually do something, because you're using a different model, and most people don't even realize that. The final thing that I did want to show you right here is now if we click on this plus, you're going to see that you pretty much have access to everything from inside of here. You could do deep research, you could do guided learning, you could turn personal intelligence on or off, you could access Canvas, you can create music, you could create videos, you could create images, you could upload things, and there are a ton of different ways that you could do that via files, via add from Drive, via photos, via your avatar, import code, notebooks. And if you haven't seen yet, you're now able to actually create an avatar right here. And then if we actually come over into videos, we could add our avatar in here and we could create content with our avatar, whatever we want. And basically, this allows you to create a digital clone of yourself that you can then use to create content, to create intro videos, to create maybe a video that you might want to send to your team. Maybe you're sending out cold emails and you want to create a quick video. This avatar right here is incredible. And I have to be honest, the avatars that are created with Gemini, I think go hand in hand with any other of the avatar tools. In fact, I think in a lot of cases, these are more realistic. If you don't like your avatar, it's literally like a 30-second process to be able to make a new one. It's super simple. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I would strongly suggest you check out this video right here that walks you through a bunch of other Google Gemini changes you might have missed. I'll see you over there.